Good afternoon. My name is Carlos Gonzalez, and I will be speaking about the question of Alta Gracia, that what happened if Alta Gracia or Joseph Botnick was part of a publicly traded enterprise. I'm going to respond to this in two frames. I'm going to first put Joseph in the frame of the innovative thinker, and I'm going to explain how the publicly traded enterprise frame would affect him. And second, I'll talk a little bit about how that relates to short and long-term strategies for CEOs and how they might be affected. So, the first frame, Joseph as the innovative thinker. Joseph has an innovative idea which goes against the norm, which is to pay more money to the companies which it outsources products to. So, for example, instead of relying on low cost, he's going to give a sustainable, livable wage to those people. And that in the long run would be beneficial. In the short run, it's also beneficial and it provides a competitive advantage in both cases. This goes against the publicly traded company's interest because it lowers profits. And one of the things which all shareholders look for, which are people, is profits and financial stability. So that's the reason why it goes against it. But it also goes in some shareholders' favor because there's some shareholders that are just not that interested in profits. Some of them care about profits, but sustainability is also a thing. It's like normal people. Not everybody is just self-centered on the same objective, which is profit, which people normally think it is. And I believe that's the dilemma there. Now, how does this affect in terms of long-term and short-term strategy in my ideas, which is how retractable the decision is? Which is, let's say that you're in a publicly traded enterprise. Let's say that the decision was taken because he was a CEO and he said, this is the direction the company will take. And the company starts out well for the first few months, but then in the next few months, Altagracia starts seeing losses. What is the first instinct? As any manager would say, well, when we start seeing losses, we cut cost. Even though we understand that cutting those costs in the long term won't help us, the shareholders want profit and not in the future. They want profits in the moment most of the time. And that can lead to certain incentives to cut cost. And I believe that CEOs express this all the time. Sometimes CEOs don't have the luxury of making a 10-year plan because a 10-year plan is too much for shareholders to latch onto. Don't get me wrong, there are success stories of companies that have made plans on the long term, but they don't seem to be really a lot of them. Most of them started as privately traded enterprises or people who are really recognized in certain sectors, such like Jeff Bezos. But what I say, it's not the norm and it's not the common incentive, which is the reason why I believe, for example, that capitalist systems are great and that they allow for innovation because they allow someone to take complete risk and create a really efficient decision-making system on one person. And I believe that it being a privately traded enterprise was part of the reason he was able to perform the experiment so successfully because there was no backing down. Thank you.